You know how white I felt the other night?
What night? Oh, when we were watching Moesha. Yeah.
Yeah. You know how white I felt?
How white?
Not realizing that the Parkers and Moesha were in the same universe.
Okay, well, first off, it's not Marvel. Like, it's
Right, but I'm just like, when you said that, I kind of looked and went, I would have known that.
Except, well, I'm going to go ahead and pull you back a little bit because, like, I, first off, wasn't even sure that the two were linked because
The
I
Moesha cinematic
Yeah.
universe.
I was like, I just found the Parkers with my brother one day, and I was like, oh, that's the girl from Moesha. And then only in, like in the later, I don't know how many seasons there were, but after a while, we were like, I think this is actually supposed to be her character from Moesha. And then also, just the fact that you can say Moesha and the Parkers and know what you're talking about.
I mean, I
like,
had UPN 21, so.
Exactly. 21,
I don't know.
21 in Texas.
I was about to say, I don't know what it was out in Los Angeles, but
Yeah,
UPN 21
exactly.
was
the Black channel.
the black channel. If you
Yes.
were on it, you were
Black.
you were watching the black channel. The black. Hey, what are you watching?
We're about to get canceled.
Not white stuff?
None.
That's
You
not my
know,
parents. My
that was
parents.
They were like,
Did have I really mentioned that I went to an all black church growing up?
probably.
Like, I know
Whenever
I've probably said it in passing, but I don't know if I can stress enough how that really did in major ways and in minor ways kind of shape a lot of my existence. Because you look at me,
You're kind of swarthy.
I'm swarthy, but it's like I definitely look Hispanic, but I don't speak Spanish. I grew up in a relatively white-ish like culture. But there was a good 3 to 4 year period where I just was surrounded by like black culture. And I grew up with Kirk Franklin,
Hell yeah.
Mary.
I mean, yes, God.
So
you can't say hell yeah to Kirk Franklin.
hell yeah. No, I can
Um,
say it. But yeah, no, that definitely influences. So there's a lot of things that I'm like, haha, I know that.
You're like, I get that because I did.
I did the sea walk. That's right. I don't know if anyone remembers that shit.
Goodness, yes.
I look terrible
For
while doing
our
it.
few black viewers, like
Ha ha.
our maybe our one Antoine, you listening?
Yeah. Shout us out. All right.
Yeah. So I think we're here today to talk about where are we putting our intro? How are we introing these?
I don't know.
I'm Benji.
I'm Josiah.
and this is our talk,
This is we're
Pink Talk Cast.
it's been a lot. Obviously, the past few months, Benji and I have been revamping. You know, it does a lot when you realize that people aren't listening. So,
It's a
Hey,
lot
guys.
of it's a lot of freedom to be like, you know what?
let's get a little deep here.
Let's just change it up.
But for real though, I just want to put out there, Benji can attest to this. I am a perfectionist to the point of detriment.
What? Never.
So if there's one encouragement I can give you guys, it's sometimes just fucking do it. Just do the thing.
Just do it, see what works, and then change it if you don't like it or if nobody else does.
Yeah, because we're definitely we're thinking about the future and where we want to take this. But in the meantime, instead of me just wallowing in a state of like frozen,
Like what's to do next? We'll just kind of wing it and do some fun stuff until we figure out.
and this is why I do stuff with you, Benji, because
I'm like, come on.
yeah, and I'm like perfection. See, I'm
then you get
perfect
some-
and you're not. It works out well.
I'm gonna skate right on past that.
So anyway, yeah, this is our intro. Yay! Ta-da!
Ta-da! Ba-ba-ba-ba. You know what that is?
Was you doing the 20th Century Fox?
No, it was me doing the Rugrats intro.
Oh, dun 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 dun. Okay, yeah, no, that was good.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about the Rugrats. We'll probably do something else on that.
What if the
maybe.
Rugrats was an all-black show?
Did they have one of those? No, they didn't.
Side note,
just
before you
added
go
Susie.
into what you're going to say, another thing about being black was getting, well, not me being black, but another thing about,
Whoa, cultural appropriation.
Another
I need you to
thing-
take 5 steps back.
I'll take 5 steps back, but I will say, growing up around all black people, how it rubbed off on me, getting freaking excited anytime Susie Carmichael showed up.
Really?
No, seriously. Anytime she showed up, I was like, "Hey, Susie's in this episode." And like my friend Danielle, Pastor Eric's daughter, she'd always be like, "Oh yeah, that's like one of my favorite characters." And I didn't understand like the significance at the time. I just knew they like her. I like her. She's like special because she's not always around, and also Cree Summer's funny. So
yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, that was definitely. I looked back on that and went,
"You're like, that must be
product of my environment." I'm okay with it.
Exactly. I mean, look, everybody should take some time to experience cultures that aren't theirs, I think.
And then take it.
Maybe not.
I was just kidding.
Okay, so we are actually here to talk about Netflix's little
lineup
flex with the Black community.
Right.
Where they're like, "Hey guys, you know what? This should have happened a while ago, but we got you now."
Here it is.
And they're adding a bunch of like the classic like Black sitcoms that, we grew up with. So
do they have Martin on there? No, wait. No, sorry. You keep talking. You tell me.
It's not on the list, actually. So there's like one specifically that I'm sad not to see on this list.
Right.
But I do know these shows.
Let's go through it.
Let's hit it real quick. First off, August 1st, which just happened, we got Moesha, which is like where I know Brandy from. I'm not sure what came first, the chicken or the egg. I feel like...
What would you mean, the chicken being her career or the egg being her career, as in music?
One or the other, music or acting. Oof. I don't know which came first.
This is where we reveal how uncultured we are. I don't know
what
came
I
first
mean,
either.
I can't be uncultured because it's my culture, so you're uncultured.
I didn't mean in Black culture specific. I meant in the fact, do we know,
just in
was
general.
Brandy an actress first or musician first?
I mean, it matters to somebody.
She was Cinderella to me. That's all I know.
Exactly. So it's like, it's that, but I grew up with that show. I loved it. I could still sing the theme song. I sang it when we watched it the other day.
Yes, we did. I was like, okay, I could watch this. It's pleasant. I do like, there's certain old sitcoms that have a pleasant feel that you're just like.
It does. I find that I'm not able to necessarily go back and watch a lot of the sitcoms that I used to watch. Like what was something out? There was other
because
things.
It's missing what I just said, or because that style that I just said
just in general, just like I'm like, it just seems old maybe is what it is. So it's kind of like it's not necessarily fully relatable anymore. I will watch a lot of these just to watch them because I haven't seen them all the way through.
Right.
But I mean, like Friends, like I could watch that over and over again.
You can watch that by yourself, whereas
to me it stays relevant. Whereas like it's not to mention a white show that I could watch over and over again, but compared to the Black show. But the one show that is not on here that I absolutely love, I'll mention later.
Okay.
I would watch that over and over again.
So we got Moesha. What do I need to know about that before you move on?
Brandy.
Cool.
Next.
Awesome.
Next is The Game. So that...
Wait, is that with one of the Maharis?
Yeah, it's with, I want to say Tia.
That one's a more new show. Well,
Mowry.
I say new.
It's newer. It is probably the newest one on the list.
Someone else is on that. A white actress was on that who I think was in Joe Dirt.
Maybe. I don't remember Joe Dirt. But she was just in something that...
Yeah, she was in Legally Blonde. Was that it?
No. She wasn't in Legally Blonde.
I know who you're talking about. But The Game.
Yeah, so The Game.
That was on the CW.
And that one, I believe, was already on Netflix. It might have been Hulu, but I did just watch that. Okay. So we've got The Game season 1 through 3. So I'll probably rewatch that one because that one was actually a lot of fun.
Now, which twin did you say it was again?
I believe Tia.
Is she the significant one who's continuing
kept acting? Yes, and then Tamara had kids.
So is Tia the one who's in? Is it Family Reunion?
Which one is that?
The TV show, the Netflix show that was produced specifically for Netflix.
So Tamara has a rounder face and Tia has the more slender face right now.
Oh, I haven't watched either show. Anyway.
I believe that's correct. That might not be. Let's cut that out.
No, keep it.
We're not cutting. We're not cutting anymore.
Continue.
Cuts are going the way of the dodo. Then we get Sister with both our Mowrys September 1st. Did I say yet. August 15th is The Game? August 15th is The Game. And then Sister is September 1st.
Gotcha.
And then,
Sister,
never knew how much I missed ya. Oh
That's what's so crazy about some of these shows is how little I watched it compared to how well I know the theme song.
Yeah, same. Because like Moesha, I was like, I did watch that show fairly religiously, but I'm like, the extent to which I know that song doesn't calculate with how much
You're
I
like,
knew
if
about
someone
the
just
show.
like gun to your head.
Name
who did-
anyone besides Moesha on the show, I'd be like, shoot me, bro. I don't
Bro-
remember.
Wait, what's the guy that you said
I could tell everybody's relation. What was it?
Oh, I was gonna reference something from the Parkers. What's the name they always shout out at the Parkers?
Oh, Professor Ogilvy. Hey, Professor Ogilvy.
Okay, so that's still not
That's
Moesha.
coming up, though. So next after Sister Sister on September 11th. Is that okay to drop something on September 11th? Stop. We can't cut. So Girlfriends is on September 11th. If we remember. My girlfriends.
Oh my God. I hated that. That song I would like somehow be watching something and then that intro would start and it would just, and I can still see, is it Tracy Ellis Ross? I can still see her just like slowly walking to the camera with everyone.
And honestly, like that one was one that I watched so begrudgingly because I felt like it insists upon itself.
I don't know what that means because I never watched the show.
I felt like they all thought they were so cool. And like
in their defense though, so do the girls from Sex and the City.
I never watched Sex and the City.
I did watch
guess
Sex and the
this
City.
was our answer to that, which I would much rather. I think I tried to watch the first episode of Sex and the City, and I was like, oh, goodness. But Girlfriends
Just
was
a bunch of dudes
very
hating
interesting.
on shows with women, you know.
I love it. I watched a lot of it. I remember the theme song, obviously. This was my intro to Tracy Ellis Ross, and now, of course, she's on Blackish.
She's good. She just was not enough for little me to get over that damn theme song because it just wormed its way into my ear and I went, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the theme song either, but I would watch the show. So
I could not tell you a single thing other than once I recognized Tracy Ellis, and I don't remember the next thing because I don't know if I recognized her in Blackish afterwards, but
oh yeah, no, I definitely knew
I saw her again.
from
It was like, she's from that damn show with that damn theme song.
and she's Diana Ross's daughter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Also, side note, a lot of this anger stems from just like younger Josiah not knowing what to do with all this new information I'm processing. So I'm just like, I don't know about this theme song. I don't like it.
Wait, what new information? Just like
Just
new
like, you know,
shows?
when you're a kid, like things happen and you don't understand.
just like in general.
So
the
you just
world is
hear
new.
a song and it either hits you the right way or it doesn't.
No, for sure.
When I was a kid, Sister got in there and I went, yeah, I like this.
I mean, who didn't like the Sister Sister theme song? You point out the person that didn't like the Sister Sister theme
and
song.
I'll point out
a
Nazi.
sociopath. There we go. Same, a Nazi sociopath. So after Girlfriends, then we've got The Parkers on October 1st, which I am really excited to watch that because I think that was where I really got to know Monique.
That's the only way I knew Monique.
Yeah, but she was a comedian, and I'm trying to remember.
Right. Yeah, but we didn't grow up watching Def Comedy Jam or any of that.
I mean, I rented them from Blockbuster every now
You
and
did?
then. Yeah.
Weren't those like rated R?
I don't know.
Huh.
There was one. It was this comedian called Coco Brown, and she did she was just talking about like basically like lusting after the ice cream truck. She talked because she was like a bigger girl,
Right.
and she was talking about like, oh, when the ice cream truck man comes by, man, I just like I lose it, and I'm just like, have you heard the thong song?
No.
Oh, well, this isn't gonna be funny for you.
What's the song?
It's like, ooh, that dress so scandalous, you know you never can handle it.
I think
so
I've
she
heard
do
that.
thing like who's, and it's like, let me see that though.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. I've heard that.
So she like basically redid the song, and she was like, ooh, that truck so scandalous, and you know I love it, you know want some ice cream, bitch, and it's $7. She's like, I got about $1.50, and the ice cream bar is looking such and it's something like that. But she was like, she did the whole thing, and then she was like, running after the ice cream truck, and it was just so funny.
I like it.
But yeah, that.
So,
But The Parkers is coming.
So you had known, but you didn't know Monique before.
I don't remember if I knew her before or after, but
It's
I definitely
honestly though, it's crazy how many of especially like in Black culture, how many of these like sanitized actors that we now know is like, oh, Ice Cube from from
started
like
off.
where are we now? What?
Oh, are we there?
Are
yet?
we there yet? Or
Yeah.
like Chris Rock from, for me, it was Osmosis Jones, or like Eddie Murphy from like Dr. Dolittle. And then you watch their like
Their
original
comedy,
work,
yeah.
especially like Black comedians, because like they weren't just like edgy like most comedians. It was also like,
There was an extra.
There was a little extra like
But
flair.
have you ever heard Bob Saget's comedy?
Oh God,
Yeah, and you're like,
that's just.
how did you ever get that job, bro?
Dude, he's filthy though.
Yeah.
Like he's not just like edgy, like cussing filthy. He's like, I don't know if I even want to be
like
near
your
you, filthy.
Content is creepy.
Yeah, there's a difference between like crass and creepy, and
Yeah.
Bob Saget's definitely on the
Cusp.
Like, why did you give him kids on screen?
I know. He must have. Maybe he had like normal-ish comedy, and then they like cast him in that, and then after that, to rebrand his image, had to go like completely the other
Bro,
way.
he is a
pull a
product
Miley.
of not today's time.
No.
Tim Allen was the first comedian to have a record that worked for Disney. When they hired him for the Santa Claus, it was either the Santa Claus or Toy Story. Because they both, I think, I can't remember if they both were 95.
Like he had a record. He was the first one with a record.
He was the first one with a record.
What was his record?
I think
for?
presently, he got busted for selling cocaine.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, he's an entrepreneur.
But they had a real problem with that. Understandably so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just funny because it's like, oh, Tim Allen from Zoom.
Tim Allen from Home Improvement.
But we're talking about
reminds me of my dad.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen 1000% has always made me think of my dad.
Wow.
And I don't I know why, but I don't know why. Like my dad does stuff like that.
That's weird. But to be fair, I think a lot of dads in the 90s like watched that show and
yeah. But I don't think my dad really watched the show like that though. Like we did. But anyways, so the Parkers is coming. That's the one of Moesha's friends from Brandy's friends from Moesha. Got a spinoff with her and her mom.
Right.
But like there's
was Monique in what
not that I know of, because I haven't seen every episode. Maybe
Okay.
she is later on. But Monique has a crush on, I don't know his actor name, but the character's name is Professor Ogilvy because they're in college together. And
is that the premise of the show?
Yeah,
that's funny.
So she's always like, "Hey, Professor Ogilvy," when he's like around. And so I was walking down Van Nuys Boulevard one day.
Uh-oh.
And I see him at a car dealership, and it took everything in me not to shout at him and be like, "Hey, Professor Ogilvy!"
Goddamn kids with
Oh my gosh, stupid! He only probably
IMDb's.
didn't even know my real name. I don't. I apologize.
What do we got next?
Next is Half and Half on October 15th. Now that one,
I recognize the logo, but I don't know what the hell that one's about.
That one, if I remember correctly, is about two half sisters. Basically, I believe one is mixed and one is full black, and they share either a dad or a mom. I don't remember. I didn't watch a lot.
Do you have a picture
or any of that one? I just have the list right here, but we can pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
I do. So that might be one that I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of, but I can sing the theme song of it.
You can sing the theme song?
This journey of discovery, in finding you, I'm finding me, and then something else, and then
I'm getting images of
like a whole
milk,
thing.
half and half.
And then it ends, you and me, because like the girl is singing it, and she like the song cuts out on her, and she's still going.
Who we got in this cast? We've got nobody I recognize by name, at least. Okay, that's not working. Let's pull up their IMDb. But continue. So half and half.
Right.
That's happening.
Half and half, and then 1-on-1, which is exciting. So that
Which one's one-on-one?
That one is Kyla Pratt.
Oh,
and
okay.
Her dad.
Wait, what was her name? No, that was Raven's character. I was just trying to remember in Dr. Dolittle when he's like, "My name is Paprika."
Oh, wait. Who was that? Was that like
that was Raven in Dr. Dolittle.
Okay.
But Kyla Pratt was the younger sister. I got it confused. Anyway,
yeah, but she was
one-on-one.
She was Dr. Dolittle like 3 or whatever. Where
she was.
I didn't see that one. Yeah, 1-on-1. It's like the single dad and the daughter, who are like, he had her young, and so they're like close in age, but they're like best friends.
Bro,
and
Kyla Pratt is fine.
Yeah. Agreed.
She is beautiful.
But I remember one of the promos of it was she was like leaving for school, and he was like, "Did you make your bed?" And she was like, "Why? I'm just gonna mess it up later." And he was like, "That's my girl."
That's funny.
So that's like a little look-see into their dynamic, but that one is a lot of fun.
Oh, I recognize this actor. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yes, he is.
What is his name? Is it Cicely Johnson? I'm taking a guess here. That's a woman.
That's a woman.
Robert Richard.
Robert.
That's the other guy.
Oh, I know him from this.
Flex Alexander.
That's
the hot one.
Dad.
Kelly Perrin.
I didn't
That's
realize,
probably a woman.
because I was gonna say I know the dad Flex, but I didn't realize that's his actual real name.
Okay, Kelly Perrin. Yeah, he was on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's like that short, quirky actor you would always probably get to be like the annoying uncle type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
At least that's how I imagine. Look at him.
1,000%.
Look at him. He's the annoying uncle type.
No, that's 1,000% what he is in this show.
It's
So
like, oh, you.
that's the end of this list, and that's really exciting.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, that's.
I
it.
feel like there's a few missing from
There's
that list.
a few thousand missing. Wait, what one did we just say that wasn't on the list? You said something.
Well, you have your big one.
I have mine. What is you said something? Roy.
Well, did I ask about Martin?
Martin. Yeah, Martin. Which
Martin.
is that on anything right now?
See, that was another one. I never watched a single episode, and yet I knew the theme song.
Martin was our show. That was fully our family show. Like, we were obsessed. My dad loved Martin. What's up?
I mean, I know
My
parts from it because
dad
that's the
said
one
that.
with Shanae.
Yes.
Did she had a Damn Gina. So Damn Gina is who we would say to what's the actress's name? The one from My Wife and
Tisha
Kids.
Campbell.
Tisha Campbell, who I actually saw on Burbank once, and it took everything in me
Really?
not to just like walk up to her
And be like, damn, Gina.
Damn Gina. So
I feel like I've heard she's not nice.
you know, I have not had a single interaction with her, but the vibe I got
Was
just from her
don't
sitting there
walk up.
wasn't just don't ruin this random stranger's day, but it's like if you do,
She's gonna.
I will fuck you up. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Maybe.
duly noted.
Yeah. I think as an African American, I could probably walk up to her and be like, "Yo, girl." Probably not. But yeah, no. I mean, damn, Gina, what's up? Shanae
Still
was
never watched
she was
an
freaking
episode, though.
hilarious. No, but yeah, super loved that show.
And then of course,
And then that leads us into, because Gina, Tisha Campbell, ends up playing the mom in My Wife and Kids, which is one of my favorite
and I would watch that in a
family
heartbeat.
sitcoms of all. Yes. And I need that to be somewhere because I cannot find it.
That's frustrating.
That's super frustrating.
You should start buying up some of your favorite shows, though. Honestly,
Why? So I have to put in the freaking DVD just to watch it?
Blu-ray.
Put in the Blu-ray just to watch it?
I mean, because you don't know what's
Needs
going to
be
happen.
on something.
The
that's
way
true.
the way certain shows have been like passing back and forth, I don't pay fucking attention to it anymore. They're like, Friends is on HBO Max, but also possibly going to go to Peacock. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Thankfully, I don't
True.
care about Friends. The discussion for another day. But like, all I know is I've got Breaking Bad on my
That's true. So you always have it.
I'll always have it.
I should buy mine because my top 3 are Reba, 8 Simple Rules, and My Wife and Kids in
Perfect.
no particular order.
Those are, I'm sure those are easy to get in like a really condensed. It's only like the big shows where they like charge you an arm and a leg
Yeah,
for
like Friends.
yeah, because they'll be like $200,
And you're
just
like, I
shit.
guess I have to pay it.
It's not like you have like 100 favorite shows either.
No, I just have a few.
Like I love Parks and Rec, but I don't feel compelled to own it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. I think Breaking
Yeah,
Bad.
I mean, that was fun.
yeah.
So I'm excited to catch up on some of my shows that I like grew up with and didn't realize like how much I actually watched them.
Right.
It's just because like I was like, oh yeah, like I actually know all of these shows really well. or
I know
fairly
their
well.
theme songs pretty well, apparently.
Yeah, so I was just like, the only one I really don't know much about is Half and Half because I never really watched it. Just
The
didn't call to me.
Game. I'm trying to remember what are other weird, obscure UPN 21 episodes or shows. I feel like there's a significant one we're missing out on. Like not like
I mean, we mentioned a lot of them in our. If you guys want to go back and reference our previous episode,
was it Colorism?
Yeah,
That would be the episode?
Yeah, is Fresh Prince on anything?
on any of the. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting one to go back and rewatch because that one I did watch.
Yeah.
That one, I mean,
Everybody watched Fresh Prince.
yeah, everyone watched.
Like-
we knew the song and then we watched the show. But
Yeah.
that one's also.
I mean, put on the theme song for Fresh Prince anywhere and
Right.
just watch everybody lose their minds. Like,
Oh, this is
it's-
a story all about how. And you're just like, yeah, we all know it.
we
We know it.
Life got,
Okay.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Sister,
But yeah.
sister.
Never knew how much I
What about the Proud Family?
The Proud Family. What? That's on Disney Plus, so we're covered there.
Watch it. I liked that show.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Yeah, that was fun. We're trying to make these like quick and easy to watch now. So, hit that like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. This is just kind of an episode for you guys to hear our sultry and fun voices and keep up with us and see what's going on.
Let us know what your favorite show is that we might not have mentioned or might not be streaming anywhere.
Yeah.
It could be one of those shows that got lost between the WB and the CW.
Switch over.
Like switch over. I feel like there's a few of those. UPN. What did UPN end up becoming?
Did it just
You know, it's a good show
disappear?
that I want to rewatch.
What's that?
Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh.
That was my introduction to Terry Crews.
Yeah.
And I know people have conflicting thoughts about right now. I still love him, but I get what people are saying.
We'll talk about that later because I'm not sure what that is, but I love Terry Crews.
Sometimes he says things and people don't agree.
I'm going to go ahead and say I support him.
Well, maybe you should read what he's saying. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying either way, as an actor, I didn't get to see White Chicks first, so Everybody Hates
Right,
Chris
okay.
was my
I
introduction.
was about to say, yeah, Josh, my little brother, loved Everybody Hates Chris, so I
watched that
saw
one.
it more than I would have.
Everybody hates
Chris.
Okay, so maybe like I would like to see how many of like the like popular songs are like from Black shows, because honestly, I'm shook that I know so many of these
Yeah.
theme songs for shows that I'm like vaguely.
I would be. Does anybody have like a streaming channel for just Black content? I'm starting
I feel like
that.
They probably do.
We're cutting this
You're
out
starting
'cause
it?
somebody's gonna take this.
No,
from me.
someone's definitely already started it. But if you,
I
haven't-
doubt it. I'm doing it.
All right, well, that's it. You have
Any
anything
guilty white people with a lot of money that want to fund me?
guilty or feeling guilty?
Just feeling guilty.
They're actually guilty.
feeling guilty.
Because you said any guilty
I
white
mean,
people.
if
What are they
you're-
guilty
if
for?
You're guilty. Just try to put some good out into the world.
You
help
don't
a
want to
brother
know how I
out.
got this money. I do kind of.
I'd be like, you know what? That's not my problem.
All right. Well, so yeah, we said all the things. I guess
And-
our sign off.
Yeah, I'm Benji Jones.
I'm Josiah RIZZO.
See you later.
I was gonna say on Wednesdays.
On all Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Wow. Okay. There we go.
That was disappointing.